Picoya Aquara. What is the difference between exercise and anxiety? Slide 2. Introduction. Exercise. Exercise provides a vehicle through which people can participate in daily physical activity and use for their overall health improvements, which regulates the blood and send adequate processing movements throughout all the body. On the other hand, anxiety, our bodies are not designed for shock, but with overexhaustion will cause the body to go into overdrive with unwanted thoughts. Slide 3. Research on exercise. Point 1. The need for a functional and strong heart to withstand vigorous activities. 3 researchers have found that this gives the overall of how important the heart is and vital element. Adequate blood supply gives oxygen to the brain so the air flows according to where the muscles are in good shape and to handle the vigorous physical activity and on the desired speed that the individual can endure. Point 2 on research of exercise shows where it gives the body added strength. Endurance is the key in keeping and making the body prepared for the muscular build. To gain strength, the participant must have a routine daily journal to keep up with their activity and record their progress. And they also should have a good physical in order to keep up and have their bodies and maintain strength. Slide, Slide number 4. Research on anxiety. Point 1 shows where stress levels of the COVID have unguided feelings of failure due to the word COVID. Many researchers have found out that it's in their mind, and some have the stress of having to overcome the disease or if it still resides in their bodies. And many had concerns of how they would travel back and forth to their physicians to get the adequate care. Point 2 on research on anxiety shows where different types of cognitive levels can cause stuttering impairment. Here we have several causes of stuttering, some mild and others are innate speech impediments, where they are born with the speech impediments. But through science, singing and repetitive speech helps out with one's stuttering. So there are different strategies and test measurements that can help an individual with anxiety. And it also goes back to where one can go in a setting to where they can be with others with the speech impediment and they can communicate together. Slide 4. Slide 5. Research on exercise and anxiety. Point 1. Research on exercise and anxiety gives examples of how exercise can decrease the anxiety. Certain medications and steady training can control anxiety. And being able to continue a daily routine of physical activity causes blood pressure to decrease with the cease of the anxiety. Sensory assessment is the vital key because one can see progress and feel the bodies elevate on, they can feel the bodies elevate in the physical strength and decrease in anxiety. Point two, exercise and anxiety shows the different types of exercise that can reduce anxiety symptoms. Where being able to combine physical training activity workouts all over the body will change throughout the circulatory system, all systems of the body. Different exercises work for all systems leading back to the heart. They keep the heart and the muscles pumping and signals to the brain of relief. Positive thoughts become more prevalent. It also gives them the satisfaction of completing certain physical activity that was challenging. Slide number 6, methodology. The population was a 4-year university at North Carolina Central University who were in committed relationships as their participants. Now, the recruitment begins with how to get the participants. Everyone knows that social media is a great way to bring people in. No hidden costs for participating in the studies. Surveys, exercise questions via telephone interviews within a 7-day journal of the answers and a log of their continuous exercise. Anxiety focuses on the mental health and daily activities, such as their age, their gender, job, marital status, and children. And then the data collection. The data collection was collected on a very reliable source where participants' information was gathered and able to study the results. Slide number 7, data analyst plan. The descriptive statistics is the percentage and amount of test or survey questionnaire complete with accurate results with numbers or a ratio and then divided by the actual total and multiplied to get a percent. The mean is the average of a collection of values in most common data. The descriptive statistics for exercise is the mean. Scores are total and divided by the international participants involved. The descriptive statistics for anxiety is mean, where participant scores are a minimum 0 and a max of 42 on the Likert scale. And we go to the multivariate statistics and regression. Regression determines the strength and character relationships between one dependent variable, normally the y, and independent variable. Regression at hand to test relationship between exercise and anxiety shows the amount of time and duration needed for exercising to decrease a mental meltdown. The score of the physical rate goes up and anxiety drops. This clearly shows that exercise is needed to maintain a healthy well-being. And I have references for you to go by and take notes. What is the relationship between exercise and anxiety?